All right, man. Let me turn this down. They want to talk about the Patriots, so I don't want to hear nothing about no football right now. All right, guys. First of all, I want to apologize to all of my loyal followers, man, all of my new followers, everybody that wants to tune in for boxing content. Um, I had to do these videos about the NBA playoffs concerning LeBron James. Had a few haters, that wanted to escape me by any means necessary when LeBron James was winning. And LeBron James goes ahead and progresses forward throughout the playoffs and goes to the NBA Finals. So I had to get at these guys through videos so that they can't deny me. They deny me through phone calls and text messages and such. I only have one guy that's brave enough to go back and forth with me. The rest of them, they want to elude me. But now that Golden State has castrated the Rockets, we can go ahead and move forward now because they're in the NBA Finals. But I said I would get on here and I would give these guys congratulations if they were to progress forward and go to the NBA Finals and once again be great. Do I believe that Golden State is going to win the NBA Finals? I do believe that Golden State has what it takes to win another NBA Final. Uh, NBA Final Championship. So they have three of the top shooters in the game. They got Steph Curry, they got KD, and they definitely have Klay Thompson. These are the top shooters in the game. They have two penetrators on that team that can actually get to the bucket and make something happen. And Steph Curry and Kevin Durant. These guys can move off of the basketball and make something happen. They can move with the ball and make something happen. You got one guy that can pass the basketball and make something happen, and that's Steph Curry. Klay Thompson can shoot it. Klay Thompson can get to the bucket. Klay Thompson can, he can make things happen a little bit, off the dribble. He's, like I said before in the last video, one of my other videos, is that he's an awkward player to me. He looks awkward when he's doing things like that. So we prefer him to shoot the basketball. We as in people that are watching basketball and that are fans of basketball. Then you got a guy that's I don't even feel like clowning these guys today, but Draymond Green, he can get the basketball down low, be the trash man, and make sure that he rebounds and resets the offense through his rebounds and puts these guys in positions to get another possession and make something happen. And then you got guys coming off the bench, Sean Livingston. If Andre Iguodala is playing, he'll be able to come in and make something happen as well. So that's pretty much their core. That's who they have to be able to compete against Cleveland. And then you go over to Cleveland, then you have one penetrator in LeBron James that can make things happen on and off ball. He can post, he can drive, he can get to the free throw line. LeBron James can shoot the three. LeBron James can do pretty much anything that he would like to do on the basketball court. But when you go outside of LeBron James, you're going to have a hard time when you have guys like George Hill, who can penetrate, but he's not really known to be a slasher and a guy that attacks the rim like that. Other than that, you don't really have another guy off the bench that's going to do what George Hill can do. Um, you don't have it. J.R. Smith is not a penetrator. J.R. Smith can barely shoot the basketball. J.R. Smith can't rebound. J.R. Smith can't defend. J.R. Smith is just an irrelevant so-called basketball player. Then you have who else is on the squad? You got guys like Larry Nance. You got guys like Clarkson, that really can't. They don't understand, fundamental basketball. These guys can't get the job done. They can't shoot the mid-range. Don't know when to shoot the mid-range when they got the mid-range shot. Don't know when to shoot the three-point shot when they had a three-point shot. The guys can't really play defense that well. They're learning right now how to become NBA players, and because now they understand the seriousness of making it deep into the playoffs and actually going to an NBA final. So you'll probably see these guys compete at a high level moving forward. The rest of the team is irrelevant to talk about. I mean, Kyle Korver, he could shoot the three-pointer, and that's about pretty much it for him. Is he consistent with it? No. Kyle Korver is just a basketball player. Just like people say, hey, that guy's a football player. You know, I mean, he doesn't specialize in any one thing, you know, to me, because they'll say he's a 3-point specialist, but the guy is inconsistent. You know, if he once he's missing, you know, a few shots, the guy's off for the rest of the game. It's nothing else that Corver can go out there and do, but he can get on the court and do some of the fundamental things that you would ask for a guy that is playing basketball, you know, that you would ask for him to do. He can go out there and try to cover a guy on defense. He can try to rebound the basketball. He'll hustle. He'll do, you know, some of the small intangibles of the game. And that's pretty much what you're going to get from Kyle Korver. And then you got guys like Tristan Thompson, who's really not a down low threat because he doesn't have any triple threat moves. You know, he's not able to get himself to the cup if he's more than 5 feet away from the basket. So, you know, you would hope to just try to lob him the basketball and hope that he can lob it. Or, you know, he's getting those putbacks, you know, every time that the ball is missed from either his team or the opposition. You just hoping that this guy's going to rebound the basketball and do his thing from there. So, you know, then you got Kevin Love. He's not known to really be a triple threat guy either. He's gotten soft since he left Minnesota. Now he's over in Cleveland and he's not playing the same style of basketball. A lot of people say, well, okay, he came from Minnesota. He goes over to Cleveland, and it's due to LeBron James that he's not able to play the way that he was playing in Minnesota. You know, he was a 25-10 guy in Minnesota, and then he gets to Cleveland, and, you know, he's barely a 12-point, 16-point man, you know, and with like 8 rebounds. So they'll attribute that to LeBron James being in the way and being ball dominant. But that's no excuse when you're getting the ball and LeBron puts you in positions to score. You should be able to still shoot your mid-range jumper and make it. You should still be able to post up and make a move to the basket the same way you was doing over in Minnesota. You should still be able to knock down a mid-range jumper. You should still be able to make a move towards the basket at any time in the game when you're that close to the basket, between 10 and 15 feet. It just doesn't make any sense for this guy to play as finesse as he's playing since he's gone over to Cleveland. It doesn't make sense to defer from the game that you were playing in Minnesota that caused you to be a dominant so-called triple threat guy, the guy that can dominate down low underneath the basket, and then get to Cleveland and can't do anything. So I just don't understand that. Same thing that happened to Chris Bosh. He got there and he became a softling because he didn't have to do as much due to the fact that LeBron James can do it all. So, you know, hey, a lot of guys say, oh, he sacrificed his game for LeBron. No, he didn't sacrifice anything. He just didn't want to do it. He didn't have to do it because he had a guy that was willing to do it. So, you know, we always attribute a lot of stupidity to LeBron James and not really want to look at how stupid the guys are that came to the team, so-called sacrifice their game so that, you know, this guy can be dominant on the ball when you were acquired because of what you did prior, you know, to entering Cleveland. It just doesn't make any sense. How does that make any sense logically? It just doesn't make any sense. But anyway, congratulations to the Golden State Warriors, man. They took care of business. I'm a guy that's going to give credit where credit is due. They came all the way back from the deficit, which it was never in doubt in my mind that they weren't going to come back. So I knew the Rockets didn't have enough. I mean, you got 2 guys over there, you know, and Chris Paul and James Harden. And, you know, neither one of these guys are really solid defenders. Chris Paul used to be a solid defender back in like 09-ish, you know, between that time frame. You know, Chris Paul was a solid guy. Other than that, he's gotten older. He's riddled with injuries. And, you know, we all were waiting for the moment that Chris Paul was going to go down. And he finally went down, you know, and he went down at the wrong time because now you have to ask a guy in Eric Gordon to try to step up and beat Chris Paul. Eric Gordon had his run in the NBA, you know, some years ago. He was basically playing the way that a D Rose was playing. You know, he was out there killing guys. You know, he was like a combination of Derrick Rose and Damian Lillard, you know. He still showed some flashes of that, you know, during these conference finals in the West. But, you know, he just didn't have enough. He just didn't have enough. And then it wasn't enough help. You got a coach in D'Antoni who didn't rotate his roster the way he should have throughout the course of this series. And he brought in Anderson at the last minute, had Anderson out there ice skating against Steph Curry, on a play where Steph Curry just, had him leaning to the side like he was Neo in the Matrix, and then popped the three-pointer on the guy, and just kept popping him after that. But anyway, I don't want to hear anything about inexperienced rosters that, either Golden State had to play or Cleveland had to play. These guys made it all the way to the conference finals, and it's up to the coaches to make the adjustment necessary. So I don't want to hear nothing about it. They was giving Brad Stevens a whole lot of credit all year long about how great of a coach he was, and he had them guys playing team ball, and he did it without Kyrie, and he did it without Gordon Hayward. And then all of a sudden these guys have a hard time against LeBron James, and then it's, oh, well, he's inexperienced. He's an inexperienced coach with an inexperienced team. I don't want to hear all the excuses, man. It's BS. Bottom line, it's BS. So to all my boxing fans, once again, I apologize to you guys because I'm about to end this video. I'm about to get ready and hop back on my boxing, real soon. I just had to throw these videos out for a few of these haters and these guys that don't know a damn thing about basketball, and smash them in the head, man. Because once again, it's Golden State and it's LeBron. Do I believe that LeBron and the guys can compete? Yeah, I believe they can compete. Is it possible that they can upset these guys? Yeah, if they execute, they can upset Golden State. Golden State is not playing phenomenal basketball this year. Anything can happen, so be on the lookout for that. If you guys care, about basketball, I can drop videos throughout the finals and let you guys know my take on what happened during the series. My boxing fans don't want to hear it. We cut the videos off here and we move forward. All right, y'all. Peace.